So both teams in their final huddles. Some important players this afternoon for the Belmont Lions. Well, Peter McGilly played pretty well last week, Eric, didn't he, when he came onto the ground for the interleague team, and has been playing pretty well all season for the Lions.
Oh yes, Peter's an inspirational coach. He goes pretty hard at the football and knows how to use it, and he's a very handy player. The bloke I'm going to be interested in see, Laurie mentioned before, Jeff Mackey. I saw him last year. I thought he was interleague material last year. Unfortunately, there was no interleague last year, and was injured earlier this year, so I discounted him. But I can tell you, Laurie, he's a class player.
Look, I like Matthew Allen. I like the guy at full forward, Matthew. Yeah, I like Graham. Graham's a pretty handy player for the Belmont Lions as well. I like the way those two guys move around, and they usually give them a bit of a target to push the footy at. So they'll be very, very important to the Belmont Lions today, those guys.
I think bloke they all come back to his pace a bit today is Glenn Frost.
Yes,
Glenn's
exactly.
Been around a bit, and today would suit him.
I would have thought Dave Franey would be suited by the conditions here today, and his skills are usually pretty good. So I think it's important for the Belmont Lions, if they have a good show of this game today, Eric, it's good off to a good start.
So we'll just pick up some matchups and see where people are going to start. Looks like they're going to start with Jamie Weiss in the middle for North Geelong in the ruck. Ray Robertson not starting in the centre. And
that is an interesting move, and maybe they conserve him for later in the day, because I tell you what, he'll be a handy player in the last quarter when things get tough.
And could be an interesting duel on the wing. Jason Rathje against Michael Allen.
Well, that is interesting.
Michael Allen, as Laurie just pointed to before, would probably start in the ruck, but not at the moment.
No. I was wondering whether Ray Robinson's just going in there to try and upset Belmont Lions a little bit with the height in the forward line.
Well, the other factor is perhaps get a score on the board early, Laurie. Flack, obviously, he's another bloke I'm going to be interested to see. He certainly didn't play in the full forward area last week in interleague, but he's got a few goals this year.
Well, I'll be interested to see how he plays, Eric. A couple of times I have seen him play. He's one of those full forwards that'll chase the ball out and then race it back in.
Well, start of the first term here, Match Day Live on Geelong Radio this afternoon. It is the Belmont Lions and North Geelong, and it will be Jamie Weiss who gets the first tap down to Lockwood, gets his head ripped off. Shades of Worry Alec for Corey Lockwood. He got poleaxed last week as well, but he gets the free kick from the middle and goes wide looking for Weiss again, and can't take the mark at the second occasion. Rathje off hands, tried to get it away by hand, but couldn't do so effectively. And through the middle there was Josh Gunn, also for the Belmont Lions, who's starting in the ruck for them. McAdam and Rathje go close to the boundary line, and it is out of bounds in the left forward pocket, or in between forward pocket and half forward flank for the North Geelong side. So it'll be a boundary throw in. Robertson to do the ruck work for the Magpies up against Allen, who's pushed his way down from the centre wing position. Boundary throw in now. Robertson works his way to the front, uses his bulk and gets the ball. Can't tap it away effectively. Goes to the back of the pack. Quick kick out of the pack, and that was very good by Rory Priddle. And as he got slung, just kicked the ball around the corner and put it through for the first goal of the day. And it's taken exactly a minute. And North Geelong 1 straight goal, 6 points they lead. Belmont Lions yet to score.
Terrific tap from Ray Robinson back into the corridor, and Priddle grab in one step.
Yeah, and it was definitely the advantage of height there, Eric. He was able to get the boot to it, and he got it to the right guy. You spoke about him early before the call, and he could have a big bearing on this game today, Rory Priddle. That was a great goal.
Another bloke I reckon might have a fair influence on the game, and conditions will suit him, is Paul Price.
Yes, definitely. On Corey Lockwood as well.
Yeah, well, Corey was a bit stiff last week. He copped one, and I don't know whether he knew whether he was at Burke Street or Worry Alec by half time, but he copped a fairly heavy one. But he looks fit and well today, and he's out there in the middle, as is the umpire with the footy. Weiss doing the ruck work again. No, he gets beaten on that occasion, but straight into the arms of Lockwood. Handball to Hearn. He can't get clear of that centre mud patch. Now Belmont Lions. A handball received by Kanoa there. Kicks it to the full forward position for Belmont Lions. Off hands, it's Glenn Frost. He's done the banana.
Oh, what a goal.
25 metres out, and he's put it through. So it's a goal apiece on the Victory Trophy scoreboard. North Geelong and Belmont Lions in 2 minutes. So a goal each in a minute.
Shades of James Hird with the outside of the right boot there, like last night.
That was a great goal. I'm not sure what sort of a kick you would describe that, but it certainly wasn't a banana kick, was it? It was just off the inside, I think. And
it's a half-hearted banana.
Yeah, half-hearted one.
But it got the desired effect, didn't it?
Yeah. I think Russell Hearn will have a big bearing on the game as well today too, Eric.
Yes, he likes to be where the footy is. They've settled a bit now. It doesn't look like Rathje is on this wing any longer.
On the half-forward flank against Allen still. Ball back in the middle, Gunn and Weiss. The Umpire throws the ball up, goes towards Paul Price, who gets a clearing kick towards centre half forward. Oh, Priddle used his strength to get Mills and got held onto.
But he held the mark.
Well, it was a mark anyhow, so
the umpire didn't see that.
In fact, it was Hepworth who he's on, and that could be a good contest too, because Hepworth's been in pretty good form, but a great mark by Rory Priddle, who's kicked the goal for North Geelong and will line up for his second, and the Magpies second from 40 metres out directly in front. So, you go. They all go back on these Dennis Lilly run-ups now, don't they, Eric?
Do.
Yeah, for good balance, they reckon. So he's going to come in now. Can he have 2 goals inside 3.5 minutes? He comes in now, and he kicks, and has he used the breeze nicely? I think he has. He's put it through. So a good goal to Rory Priddle, his second, and the second for the Magpies. They go to 2 straight goals, 12 points. The Belmont Lions 1 straight goal, 6 points. That's on the Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard.
we've probably got that on the television. That was a terrific kick. He had his head fair over the ball there, foot right through it. There was no way in the world he was going to miss that. And no, he's a quality player, of course, and that was a good mark. I mean, whether it was a free kick or not, I'm sure he held the mark. And look, I think the breeze, I just see a lady with some streamers there, and they're floating towards that end that North Geelong's kicking to, which is a wheat board end, I guess we'd call it. And it could be a couple of goals advantage there, I think.
The wheat board end. I haven't heard that one before. The wheat board.
How long have you been in Geelong?
Well, that's the wheat board.
That's the northern end. Sorry, is that the wheat? Oh, okay. Back in the middle, Weiss gets it down again to Walsh coming off the wing. Loses it. Mills with a clearing kick back towards half forward. Kanoa in front. And he takes the mark in between wing and half forward. Goes back now. Goes towards full forward. Lead coming out. Frost is there. Jones against him as well over the back. Carr can't take. In fact, it's Graham. Can't take the mark. He's on hands and knees. Handball over the top towards Mackie, who runs onto it. He can't pick it up either. Hearn against him. Handball wide towards Hearn. Gives it to Zitko. Good hands. Little left foot kick around the corner towards Weiss. The big man is happy to see it over the boundary line for a throw in at half back for the Lions. So it'll be Weiss who's down there and Graham. Boundary throw in. Graham in front, Weiss from behind. Graham gets it down to the side of the pack. Magpies with the numbers though. Hearn gives it to Zitko, running past again, clearing, kick towards the outer side, centre wing. Pretty good too if it sits for the Magpies. It doesn't. They've got a couple there. Rowe taps it on, and he could be able to pick it up as well, but he couldn't. Oh, great play there by Julian Carr, the big man. Doubled him. Handball outboard was okay. Got it to Frost. Goes on the right boot now. Measures the pass towards the forward pocket. The umpire says play on. And there was a player there claiming the mark, but it will be a ball up.
Looked to be a Belmont Lions player, actually, but the ball dropped on him a bit, I think, at the last second, and maybe he didn't quite get it.
And the umpire was in perfect position there too, Eric, so the hands went out, so he had to do something pretty quick about it.
So the ball 35 metres out, directly in front. The Belmont Lions kicking southern end, first quarter, up high. Frost, beautiful tap down. And on the left foot, it's a pot shot at goal, but it's out on the full. So the ensuing free kick, and Darryl Jones fairly quick to make some ground there to the behind post. He wants to get a touch of the leather. Nice little chip pass over the top. The lead there was from Troy Elzinger. He plays on. Long kick to the outer wing. And, well, better judgment there for the Belmont Lions. Kick back towards the centre half forward position. Mackie can't take the mark. Tries to push it further along the ground, or pushing the back there to North Geelong. Looks a bit like Rory Priddle, and instead he's taking just a second or two to get up. He sort of got pushed into the leg there. Well, the free kick was allowed to be taken by someone else, and handball to Paul Price, and the ball's at centre half forward for North. Comes to ground. First there was Scotty Mills. Can't pick it up. Kick off the ground. Helped along by Simon Flack. A fair way from goal there. North Geelong, they come forward. Beautiful handball. The running player was Asakis. He can't pick it up, unfortunately. So Edwards, he gets a handball across on the overlap. He gets it back. Can't control it. The ball... well, danger signs here for the Belmont Lions. Oh, very, very close to pushing the back, I would have thought. Not paid. So the ball is out of bounds. 5 metres from the behind post. Deep in the scoring area for the North Geelong team. In comes the ball. Ray Robertson doing the ruck work there against Allen. Comes forward. No one able to control it. And it's out of bounds once again. We'll do it. Boundary umpire will have to repeat the process. Almost an identical position. Fairly congested forward line for North up there. Footy comes in. Robertson to back. He can't get the tap. Ball coming through Flack. He lets Rasky take the footy. But good bit of blocking there by the Belmont Lions. And it's over the boundary line again. Third time lucky. It's again identical position. 5 metres from the behind post. And will be thrown in. Allen doing the ruck work. Robertson from the back, can't pick it up. Edwards, grab without it. Play on, said the umpire. No, he's picked it. And Craig Edwards playing game number 200. Gets the free kick at full back. So there's a lead from Frost to centre wing. Good lead, good pass, and good mark. In front of Darryl Jones there, Glenn Frost has taken the mark. Kicks towards centre wing. Not such a good kick, and gee, the Breeze held that up a bit. Well, I would have thought... well, I'm a bit surprised there, umpire, and I think quite a few North Geelong supporters were astounded because Russell Hearn looked to be the only player that had any purchase on the footy at all, and mark not paid. Comes down. Hearn this time gets the ball on the left foot, but it's Scotty Mills again at centre half back for the Lions has taken the mark. Sees a player breaking wide on the wing. Great mark, Kanoa plays on quickly. It's Julian Carr loose at centre half forward. He lines up towards the full forward area. He's kicked it. Great reading of the football there.
He's missed it though.
Kanoa, and unfortunately for him and for the Belmont Lions, he's missed from 20 metres out.
McAdam across there who took the mark for the Belmont Lions.
Gee, they look alike, don't they?
They do.
So it's 1-1 for the Lions. 2 goals straight North Geelong. Victory Trophy scoreboard, 9 minutes first quarter.
So Troy Elsling with the football at fullback for the Magpies. Likes to go down the middle. Goes now with a long kick. Good kick too, right into the middle. And it's a great kick for the coach, Russell Hearn, who's able to sit down. This time he takes the mark, threw it to Paul Price, and the umpire was right there.
He was right there. Good call, Jason.
And it will be a free kick to Glenn Frost in the middle for the Belmont Lions. They're going off again, the North Geelong supporters, but I don't think they've got much recourse there. That was a blatant throw. Frost off one step, goes towards Graham coming out at pace. Goes to the front of the pack again. Rathje and Hearn, they raffle it, and Hearn
they both let it go.
In the end, Price is in there fighting hard for it. He can't take it with him. Numbers again with the Lions, and that was Carr who got it forward. Punched away though by Gibbs. Goes towards centre wing on the outer side. Now Hearn crawling after it and taps it on past Burns though. McAdam comes in, can pick it up and handball it to Franey over his head though. Coming off centre half forward. And the Magpies might be able to get away. The handball came from Asakis. Goes to Zitkoga. He goes to half forward. Now coming at Robertson, and he and Edwards, they went at Priddle again off one step. Oh, don't tell me he's kicked that. Oh, that's a great kick, Rory Priddle. Off one step under pressure, around the corner in the right forward pocket, kicked it over his shoulder and kicked a goal. His third. And the third for North Geelong. They go to 3 straight goals. 18, they lead the Belmont Lions 1-1-7. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard.
Do you think Rory's in for a good day?
Well, I suggest he needed to kick 4 or 5 for them to win. He's
the first quarter.
What an opportunist goal. And
that was a good kick from the Elzinger, was it, from full back?
Yeah.
Beautiful kick to his coach, and they're a bit unfortunate they got pinged there. I mean, if it was AFL footy, that would have been play on. But
the umpire was standing right in front of him.
Well, you're allowed to do that, Jason.
Okay.
You've got to perfect it, that's all.
Keep the game flowing, isn't it? What they call. Umpire with the footy back in the middle. 11 minutes gone now, first quarter. Ball comes down. No player gets a clear tap away. The handball comes to Mackie off the left foot, goes towards half forward. Carr playing centre half forward today, picks it up, left hand handball. But great defensive work there by Carlo Toole, punches it wide. Out there is Michael Rowe. Can he pick it up? He can. Gets a handball clear to McCarthy. McCarthy in turn tried to handball it, but they bottled it up, the Belmont Lions, on the outer wing and forced it over the boundary line. Now we have a bit of a delay because we have to wait for a player to go outside the fence and pick the footy up for the boundary umpire. That's now completed. So on true centre wing outer side here at Osborne Park, umpire puts the ball back into play. Russell Hearn grabbed it, handballed it this time, but it's come clear for Belmont Lions. Picking it up there was Frost, follows it through the pack, handball's clear, really got it to nobody, but kick off the ground by Franey to advantage for the Belmont Lions. Good pick up there. The lead at full forward, attacking the football there was Daniel Gibbs. Great work from the interleaguer, but unfortunately he's found the Belmont Lions in good position on centre wing. There's a fine lead to centre half forward. And tell you what, this Kanoa, he's been very conspicuous early, takes the mark, plays on quickly. The lead is at full forward. Can the Belmont Lions make ground? They can. Scotty Mills from half back, he's made good ground at half forward. The pass is a little bit short, unfortunately, and the ball is forced toward the boundary, and ahead of double them there, the ball forced over. In front of the change rooms here at Osborne Park, we've been playing 12.5 minutes first quarter. Victory Trophy scoreboard. North Geelong 3 goals. Belmont Lions 1-1.
Weiss and Graham. Graham from the back, taps it down to the side. Davis is there. Handball was chopped off by Weiss again. He got slung off the footy. Kanoa with a bit of time and a goal. That's a good kick, Jason Kanoa. And touched off the boot.
Yes.
So
That's
touched
fair
off the
decision,
boot.
I think.
He's second behind. So they go to 1-2-8 now, the Lions. They trail North Geelong 3 straight goals, 18 victory trophies. First could have scoreboard.
They're probably a bit unlucky there, Jason. There was a good kick. And
I didn't hear the North Geelong crowd complaining about that particular umpire on that occasion.
Jones with the football from fullback short and finds Paul Price in the back pocket. Takes the mark. Rod Doubledham standing the mark. He plays on now, goes with his left boot towards half back out of side. Rowe uses the body well and a little toe poke, but he's outnumbered now. He might still have some support though. McCarthy kicks it off the ground to Ratchie. Allen falls over the crucial stage. Ratchie can run away. He's pretty quick to the big man. He goes at half forward, long left foot kick over the back. Oh, Pred will leave it, goal. And it is a goal to Jason Ratchie. Rory was probably thinking I could have 4 1/4, but good teamwork. He left it. Jason Ratchie kicked the goal, his first, the 4th for the Maggies. They go to 4 straight goals. 24 points they lead the Lions 1-2-8. That's on the Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 14 minutes played. Well,
he hasn't got a tranny in his pocket because he would have grabbed that and kicked that. Would have been his 4th, Eric. But no, that was good football. And they look in the goods, North Geelong. They're moving the ball very, very quickly and fairly direct. And I think that's what you've got to do today. And I think Belmont Lions might be just overdoing the handball a little bit, Eric.
There's no real problem with the ground, Laurie, is there? The ground's quite reasonable down there to either side, and no player had any difficulty handling the footy then. Up in the middle again, tap comes down. Coming in from behind the pack is Holes for the Belmont Lions. He can't pick it up. Price does. Can't handle it. Bit sloppy in the centre square there. Weiss, nice little handball to his teammate in Walsh. But Walsh, he picked it up, kicked it back into the mud patch, and Ratchie takes the mark almost in the centre circle. He has a player loose out wide. It is Rowe. Oh, surely. Now, why would... he's paid the advantage down the ground because the... Rowe got a head-high tackle after he'd handballed the ball. Now, what are they doing?
It's behind.
Now, one umpire paid a free kick down the ground, the other umpire paid advantage. So umpires are overruling one another, and the resultant finale is that it's a behind. And I didn't see quite who kicked
Russell Hearn, I think it was.
Yeah.
All right, we'll give it to Russell Hearn. So 4-1-25 North Geelong. They lead Belmont Lions 1-2-8. Victory Trophy scoreboard, 15 minutes first quarter.
Mills kicked it in straight to Russell Hearn at half forward. He took an easy mark, so he'll be able to pump it back in towards the goal square. Ray Robertson gives him a lead. He can probably, he goes even shorter. He nearly kicks it in the man on the mark. Flack over the top as well. The Lions had the numbers. It's tapped out though. Only as far as Jones. Handball away quickly to Zitko. Off one step. Goes towards the goal line. The Lions with the numbers. Paul Price was there as well. And he's out of bounds off hands in the left forward pocket for the Magpies. So doing most of the attacking North Geelong the last few minutes. Be a ruck contest. Robertson down there against Brett Dunlop. Robertson from behind taps it with the right fist towards Zitko off a couple of steps. He's usually pretty good in that situation, and he's turned around and kicked the goal. Mario Zitko, his first, and the 5th for North Geelong. They go to 5-1-31. They lead the Belmont Lions 1-2-8. That's on the Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. Ominous signs at the 16-minute mark, Laurie.
Yeah, it certainly is, Jason. The only thing I could probably suggest is there is a fair wind getting up out there now, and it is favouring it. But they are playing very, very good football at the moment, North Geelong. And Ray Robinson's creating a lot of space down there when he gets in the forward line. He's going to cause problems all day for the Lions, especially when they get in a corridor situation.
That was interesting. Zitko is playing off half-back. I suggest he might be running with Doubledham, and Doubledham took him down into the forward line.
Well, actually, I think he might be on McVilly. Because he's coming around this side. McVilly's on this wing here, on our commentary box wing. I think he might be following him.
Yeah, good get. From the throw up in the middle again, Ratchie at the second attempt punches it forward for North Geelong, but it's picked up by Franey. Tried to handball, but good work by Price. Kicked it off the ground out of the mud. Also Burns tries to kick it a bit further forward. It's at centre half forward for North Geelong. Strong tackle, puts the ball in under the pack. 3 or 4 players on top of it. And finally the umpire will take the ball off Jeff Mackey, who was the last man up, and hands the ball to the umpire. Centre half forward for North Geelong, 17 minutes gone. Ray Robinson gets the tap down. Burns can't quite handle it for North Geelong. It's on the ground, picked up there, and a handball to Lockwood. Lockwood a long handball to Russell Hearn. Hearn eludes an opponent, lines up the goals, goes bang from 20 metres out, and he's kicked his first. So it is raining goals for North Geelong at the moment. That's their 6th. 6-1-37. Lead Belmont Lions 1-2-8, 17.5 minutes, first quarter Victory Trophy scoreboard.
There was a good handball in there, I think, from Corey Lockwood, and got it over to Russell Hume. But that was far too easy. There was no pressure from the Belmont defence at all there, and if they're not going to put pressure on those players with the ball, they're going to be in for a long day, I think. And, you know, that's a fundamental in football that all defences should apply, and there was no pressure at all to Russell, and he just had, I think he had about 2 seconds to steady and kick the footy.
So back in the middle, and I wonder when the first changes come for the Belmont Lions. Weiss and Gunn in the middle. Weiss gets it down towards Corey Lockwood, who ran through the middle, ripped up off the football by Franey. Still in there fighting hard for it was Mackie. Clearing handball by Holtz, only as far as Weiss. He got a left foot kick towards half forward. Burns leads in the race for the football. McAdam comes at him. Burns, nearly slipped over at the crucial stage. Skin played for a free kick. Didn't get one. McAdam, he loses the football. Now on hands and knees. Ratchie's in there as well. Fights hard for it. Tried to toe poke it off the ground. Still in there. Walsh tries to do it as well. Pretty close to boundary line, and I think they'll be pretty happy to see it over. Rod Doubledham sees it over for the Lions at half forward. So it will be a boundary throw in. So it's quarter time at Shell Stadium, Eric, and it's good
Geelong.
news for the Cats so far.
Geelong 7-1, the Bulldogs 1 goal.
Oh, geez. Pray for rain now. Burns from the ruck contest, tried to get towards Lockwood. Free kick throw, so the umpire will come back and will be a Belmont Lions free kick to Graham.
Just one of the umpires perhaps not catering to the fact that it is wet out there, Laurie. That was a throw. Certainly
Yeah.
when the guy tried to handball, the ball just slipped off his hand.
Yeah, I think you're dead right, Eric, and it's got really a little bit of latitude today, but that was definitely a throw.
Short from Graham to McAdam at half-back for the Lions. Commentary box side, on the western side of Osborne Park, goes towards the middle of the ground looking for Gunn. The big man goes up and takes a great mark, and that is Jamie Weiss, and plays on and runs away. Gets back on the right boot, goes now, short little kick towards Robertson. Great little pick-up. Couldn't quite get it out to Price, though. Running through the middle was Hearn, as always. Through the middle of the pack, Mackie picks it up, tries to ride a tackle, can't do so effectively. Price gives it back to Robertson, a little bit too quick for Ray. Goes towards Rowe now. The little man, can he pick it up? Yes, he can, and slides away. Handball came out, should be maybe not advantage now. No, it can't be. It has to come back from Walsh, and it will go to Michael Rowe at half forward. So Michael Rowe, who played pretty well last week for the interleague team as well, when coming on the ground. Short little kick towards Ratchie. He takes the mark.
They're handling the ball well, Laurie, North Geelong, aren't they? Very positive.
They give the indication, Eric, that they're getting themselves in the right position for the ball. They've got a game plan out there today, particularly on the forward line. And
Ratchie, left foot. I
was watching a couple of moves there before, Eric. Ray Robertson, Rory Priddle ran to the vacant spot. The ball didn't get there, but you can see the intent there.
Yeah.
I think Ratchie's playing a pretty good game. He's moving himself around, and those guys are hard to control when they're on the move all the time.
Through for one behind, so they're 6-2-38 now, North Geelong. Belmont Lions 1-2-8. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard.
So ball about to come in from the fullback position for the Belmont Lions, going pretty wide. Out there is Josh Gunn, but he doesn't quite get to the contest, and the ball dropped a bit, so there probably is a bit of bruise there, Laurie, particularly running from south to north.
Well, I think there is, and there's obviously some at Kardinia Park as well, I'd imagine.
Let's hope. Ball comes in. Well, the Rasty didn't go for the knockdown there. The ball comes clear. Coming through there was Lockwood, can't get clear. Picked up, who was that? Burns picked it up as he kicked another one. He has, out of the middle, Mark Burns. Grabbed the footy, had a pot shot, and I tell you what, they're taking their chances, North Geelong, today, because they're now 7-2-44. Lead the Belmont Lions 1-2-8. On the Victory Trophy scoreboard, 21.5 minutes first quarter.
Yeah, but the thing is, Eric, they're getting the ball into the scoring zone. It's into the corridor most of the time, and you'll find when Belmont come forward, they're pushed out onto the flanks all the time, and that's good play from North Geelong. But there's definitely a game plan there to get that ball in the centre of the ground, and that's pretty wise on this ground, the way the wind's blowing.
So
Weiss is playing well on the ruck. He's allowing Robinson to linger on the forward line a bit longer.
Kanoa in the middle now for the Belmont Lions, having a run on the ball. Now Gunn and Weiss, they go up. Weiss gets it down again, chopped off by Franey. Goes to Weiss again though. He's having a purple patch, the ruckman. Gets a kick free. Burns to Shepherd for Walsh. And he comes through Walsh now. McAdam against him. Walsh can't take it with him. Worries him out of it. McAdam and picks it up. Goes to the right boot towards centre wing. Frost. He can't pick it up. And it will be a boundary throw in at centre wing. Frost up against the old man, Sydney. Jones goes back there towards half-back. Weiss and Gunn to do the ruck work for their respective sides. Ball comes in, over the back. Graham's there as well. Punch to the side. Davis can run the other way, or he has to turn around. Goes in the right boot. Goes straight in, though, to Osakis. He can't take it with him, so that's a throw nearly. Frost on hands and knees. Tries to shuffle it out to Mills. Pretty close to the boundary line. Kept it in, though, for a while. McVilly couldn't take it with him, and it will be a boundary throw-in once again.
They're certainly making the Lions work hard for the kicks, North Geelong team, and they're putting a lot of pressure on.
So a throw-in again. Over the back, Graham taps it over beautifully to Kanoa. Can get away from Price. Go on the right boot. Wobbly punt. Kick towards full forward. No mark taken off hands. Carr. Can he pick it up, the big man? Yes, he can. Can he kick the goal? No, he can't. He pushes it across the face and out of bounds in the left forward pocket for the Lions for a boundary throw-in. Pretty good pick up by the big man.
Was a good job in the wet conditions.
Yeah, but couldn't finish it off. It will be a boundary throw-in. The Lions need a goal from this attack. We've been playing 23.5 minutes.
Ball out of bounds. Couple of metres from the behind post. Comes in. Ball comes down into the arms there of McVilly. Looks for some assistance. He's had to go 30 metres back with the handball, and it's to advantage. Ball comes to the full forward position. Umpire has put a whistle on play. It's going to, is it Matthew Graham? It's the man in front.
I think it is, number 18.
It was one of those Tiggy Touchwood ones, wasn't it? It was in the marking
Tiggy Touchwood, Eric. Call as you see it. It was soft.
All right, whatever.
No, I couldn't see he could play a free kick.
It looked to be a one-on-one contest, but the ensuing free kick is 15 metres out. Okay. Matthew Graham has popped it over the goal umpire's head, so that's the second goal to the Belmont Lions. 2-2-14. They trail North Geelong 7-2-44. Victory Trophy scoreboard, 24.5 minutes first quarter.
That looked like just a one-on-one, and the ball was kicked up, and the umpire was right there, though, Eric. So I guess if there was something there, he obviously saw it.
So Gunn has come off for the Belmont Lions to have a rest. Allen has gone into the ruck, and Brad Horriban has gone into Jason Ratchie at centre half back. So a couple of changes for the big men for the Belmont Lions.
Well, I have to do something in the centre, Jason. Weiss is actually killing the ruckman in there, so Allen might be able to stem the tide a little bit.
The only thing is he might have some difficulty getting a bit of purchase on the ground, because he likes to run and jump, Allen, doesn't he? Whereas Weiss is effectively standing and delivering.
So back in the middle, a ball up, and it will be Weiss up against Michael Allen on this occasion. Umpire throws the ball in the air. Weiss gets it down again, goes towards Price. Mills off the back end of the square, on hands and knees, needs some support. Frane played for a free kick and didn't get one. Lockwood handball out towards Ratchie, runs onto it, kick off the ground, then it hits a Belmont Lions player. Mackey's there, needs some support. Great little play by Ratchie. Price off the ground, goes towards full forward, and it's going to fall through to Rory Priddle. 4 1/4, sucker goal, Manchester United, if you don't mind. He's fourth. And the quick reply for the Magpies. They go to 8-2-50. They lead the Belmont Lions 2-2-14. Victory Trophies first quarter scoreboard. 25.5 minutes played.
Far too easy, wasn't it? And you must have a crystal ball there, Eric, because Allen ran into the ball, he slipped. Weiss got the ball out, it got quickly into the...
must have a crystal ball about the 4 goals.
Yeah, the 4 goals as well. But they're definitely getting the ball into the forward line very, very quickly, and it's putting the Belmont Lions under enormous pressure down there, and they've got quite a bit of skill around there. It's all right to put pressure there, but there's skillful players down there making every post a winner, and from here it looks easy on the North Geelong forward line at the moment.
So with the umpire back in the middle, 26 minutes gone now, first quarter. Umpire to put it up once again. Weiss again gets a tap down. Kanoa can't control it, gets a handball through traffic there, but the Belmont Lions finally a kick off the ground by Mackey. Picked up by Owens to McVilly. McVilly off one step, goes towards half forward, but in the way there for North Geelong is Mark Tagan, comes wide. Weiss on centre wing, can't take the mark, comes to ground. Good work there by Holtz. Holtz handball over to Kanoa. He's headed goalwards once again, but in the way there is Troy Elzinga, takes a safe mark almost in the goal square in the defensive area for North Geelong. So another attack thwarted by North. He's kicked it across the goal, and my goodness, very, very lucky there, Gibbs. He stood and waited, and Owen almost stole it from him, but gee, North, they're working overtime in defence. Finally, it's picked up in the full forward area. It was Owen again.
I think it was.
Carr.
Yeah.
So he's had a pot shot for goal, but unfortunately it's offline and a behind. 2-3-15, the Belmont Lions. They trail North Geelong 8-2-50. 27 minutes gone, and that's on the Victory Trophy scoreboard.
Jones coming back to fullback to do the kicking in for the Magpies. Troy Elsinger gives him the ball back. And Elsinger stands there in the back pocket. He likes to go further afield, though, towards McCarthy. He goes in that direction now. Over the back, Mackie for a kick for a hold. So the umpire will go to North Geelong and McCarthy. So in between the wing.
Ball comes towards centre wing, comes to ground. Price for North Geelong is in control. He's well tackled. Tries to get handball clear. Intercepted by Holtz. Holtz heads goalward, but fantastic smother by Elsinger. And the ball is heading toward the boundary now in front of the change rooms, the social club here at Osborne Park, and forced over the boundary line. 28 minutes gone, first quarter, and the boundary umpire about to recover the football again. 8-2 North Geelong play Belmont 2-3, ball thrown in once again. In front Belmont lines, but Burns gets a kick off the ground for North Geelong. Welsh picks it up, eludes a tackle, gets a handball forward to the centre of Sarkis. He, gets through a bit of traffic there and gets the footy, well shepherded by Burns, but his kick is offline and in fact over the boundary line on the full, and another positive move there for North Geelong has come a little unstuck because the ensuing free kick has now gone to Horriban. Horriban to centre wing. Welsh picks up the crumbs. Handball forward. Lockwood looks for a handball to Elsinger running through the middle. Long kick towards half forward. It's over the head of Ratchie. That was flack. First time I've seen him near the footy. Can't control it. And finally a handball comes clear for Belmont Lions. It's a fiddly kick there. It's picked up by Troy Elsinger in the middle. Driven it long, and the wind certainly carried that a long way forward, Laurie, and there's quite a strong gust of wind there, and what was probably a 30-35 metre kick ended up 50-55 metres. So,
yeah, and I think it's freshened up a little bit more as well, Eric, and it's getting quite cold now. And
so the ball out of bounds, 15-20 metres from the behind post at the northern end. That's picked up there by Lockwood. Chips the ball back towards the centre of the ground, actually. He's probably lost 30 or 40 metres, but Burns it is. Kicks it back into the corridor, but it's come unstuck for North because Belmont Lions there in numbers. Holtz, he can't get clear. Great tackle by the North Geelong side, and the ball held up at centre half forward for North Geelong. 30 minutes gone first quarter. Perilously close to quarter time. The umpire puts it up at centre half forward. Weiss, lovely tap to the back, but nobody there for North Geelong. Tunnel ball through to McBilly. Picks it up, kicks it into the centre mud patch. Attacking the football was North Geelong's Gibbs. He kicks it forward, but in the way there is Mills. Mills looks for a player in the middle. In the mud patch again, it's Davis, and Davis takes the mark for the Belmont Lions. Kicks it wide. Coming through Belmont Lions through Mackie. Is it a trip? No. Play on to the umpire. Oh. Well, he's never been tackled, so had every opportunity, and the ball once again has been whistled by the umpire, and the ball will be put up on the corner of the centre square. So umpire about to put the footy up centre half forward for the Belmont Lions this time. In high there was Allen. Got a bit of a purchase on the ground that time. Got high in the air, but the ball kicked the centre half forward for North. Belmont Lions defending strongly. Gee, the wind held that one up certainly. Comes back to Allen. Can't take the mark. Comes to ground. Gets a handball. Looking for options. Goes clear. The ball still in control for Belmont Lions, and McBilly finally gets it. Kicks it towards centre half forward. The strong lead there. Mark, numbers are going to surely favour North Geelong here. And finally, Welsh twists, he turns, looking for assistance, gets a handball to Jones. Jones, the old wise head, handball to Rowe. Rowe now from just backward of the centre, and a fine mark there for the Belmont Lions is McAdam. As the siren sounds at 31 minutes for quarter time, and the Victory Trophy scoreboard, North Geelong 8-2-50 lead the Belmont Lions 2-3-15.
The goal kickers in that quarter for North Geelong, 4 to Rory Priddle and singles to Mario Zitko, Jason Rathje, Mark Burns and to Russell Hearn, while for Belmont Lions their goals have come from Matt Graham and also Glenn Frost. At quarter time it is 8-2-50 North Geelong, they lead the Belmont Lions 2-3-15. We'll take a break.